Hi, thank you so much for joining me for today's video. Today I am in black and white because we are doing a palette bingo with the Too Faced Italian Spritz, and I want to keep the finished look as a surprise for you. This palette is still available on clearance at Nordstrom Rack online, as well as possibly a few other retailers. So it's not too late to get this palette if you're interested. But today I am going to be creating this fun look with these shades here for a palette bingo. So if you want to see me struggle to come up with this look, then keep on watching. Hi, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me for today's video, which I'm really excited about because today I'm going to be doing a palette bingo on my own for the very first time ever. That's right. And the palette that I am going to be playing with today is none other than the beautiful Too Faced Italian Spritz eyeshadow palette. This is what my eyeshadow palette looks like. So I'm not even dressed for the day yet or whatever. I'm still recovering from an illness. I'm not even sure if I'm going to be going anywhere in public today, so I might not even get dressed. I have no idea what shades I'm going to be using because I did a random generator to select the particular shades that I'm going to be using out of this palette. Here are the shades that got chosen. I wrote it down here so that I can reference it back and forth because I forget. Anyway, okay, I haven't even looked to see what shades these numbers correlate to. So let's go ahead and check that out now. So I'm going across the row this way. Okay, so this is shade number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way down to number 18. Okay, so that's how I'm doing the counting. So the first number that was chosen is number 9. I'm going to put that up on the screen. Number 9. So 6, 7, 8, 9. Ooh, I'm so excited. This really beautiful purple shade. Okay, I'm going to be doing 6 shades. This is going to be hard. I'm going to have to swatch them, I think, so that I can remember. There's the first one. That doesn't really show up that much on me, but it looks really pretty, like over a bunch of other colors. Oh, this palette smells so good. Okay, the next shade is number 1. So that is this peachy matte here. I am the worst at swatches, okay, guys? Okay, next we've got number 8, and so that's going to be this really beautiful deep brown bronzy shade here. I'm going to put that on the outside so I don't run out of space. So those are the 3 shades so far. You can't see that peach very well on my hand, but it does build up nicely on the eye, if I remember correctly. Okay, and then next we've got number 13. So 6 and 6 is 12. Ooh, number 13. I am excited to get to play with this deep, beautiful blue. Put it right next to that peach. Okay, I don't know what, what I'm going to do with this color story so far. This is already looking pretty hard. Up next is shade number 3. So this really beautiful matte. Hold on, let me see if I can use something. Okay, I'm gonna pick it up with a brush and swatch that because I'm like, I don't want to mess up my mattes with my dirty white hand oils, and I feel like it'll just swatch easier like that. And re-swatch that peach one over the peach just to get a little bit more pigment. All right. And then last but not least is shade number 12. So we've got a brown matte too, which I feel like, you know, that was kind of like an easy give me shade. So honestly, out of these 6 shades, you could do 2 different looks because we've got like a brown neutral look going, and then we've got a couple of little pops of color. So here is the color story that we're going to be working off of today. I'm really excited to do this. Okay, so just looking at the shades, I really don't know. Yeah. think I can figure out something. Okay, so I'm gonna get my eyes primed and we'll get into today's look. Yeah, so the reason why I did the number generator on my laptop instead of doing it all cute and fun on a phone and screen recording it and including that here in the video, aside from the fact that that just seems like a whole lot of extra editing steps that I might not be able to pull off. Aside from that, the reason is because I couldn't get the Tiny Decisions app to download to my phone because I don't have one of the modern, like I don't have the latest iOS and I refuse to upgrade my iOS. So there's a lot of apps that like age out for me, sadly. I'm gonna go ahead and get started with the lightest shade first, and that's this really beautiful peach shade here. I am going to just fluff that into the front of my crease here and like all over the inner eye. Do you see? It doesn't show up very much on my hand, but over eye base and on the eye, it really does show up nicely. I love this Too Faced palette, and I have put it in several of my community polls trying to give it a chance to win. And thankfully, some people have voted for this palette each time that it's been in the running, but it just hasn't made it to the first place. It just hasn't made it to first place. And so it hadn't won any of the community posts, and so I just hadn't had the chance to play with it yet, but I really wanted to. Okay, so next I'm gonna take this beautiful pink matte. I'm gonna work with the mattes first and then figure out where I'm gonna put the shimmers. So for this really fun, pretty pink matte, I'm gonna put this all over the back part of the eye, like that. I'll do my blending and stuff in just a minute. I just want to kind of like get my placement down and kind of get an idea of what it is that I'm doing here. Now I'm going to take this, now I'm going to take the brown matte and try to use this as like a outer corner deepening up shade. Kind of going up into that peach just a little bit. Not too much because I do want to put some shimmers over the lid. But I just kind of want to get a little bit of smoky depth there. Now I'm going to go back over it with that really pretty pink shade and use that brown as like my deepening up shade, but I want to kind of bring it back towards the pink color. See, can you see how that did add just a little bit of depth? I think what I'm going to do for the lower lash line is so I basically have this and that left and this. I've got these three shades here left to use. And I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this really beautiful bronzy brown shimmer on the outer part of the lower lash line. Actually, I might do the whole lower lash line. Wait. Do I want to do the brown at the top and the blue and purple at the bottom? I feel like that will just look so out of place. I'm going to go ahead and do it here. Yeah, so surprisingly, this shimmer looks a little bit more like orangey and not quite as brown. And so it doesn't look super, super dark at the bottom. I might need to go back in with that brown matte to just kind of accentuate my lash line. I almost picked up the brown matte talking about it. I'm sorry that my voice sounds so hoarse. I'm still getting over the COVID virus for the 5th time in 4 years. I apologize if you already heard me say that in another video, but yeah, so I'm just recovering from that, and my voice is just a little bit wonky. Still feeling a little run down and under the weather. Okay, so I'm going out. Now I picked up a little bit of that brown shadow on this like angled brush, and I'm just gonna, yeah, smoke out that back edge a little more. That's what I needed. I feel like I really needed that to accentuate the outer edge. Okay, I'm going to take that same shade on the upper lash line and try to just like smoke the outer edge of the lash line as well. Okay. Now I'm just trying to blend the outer corner over to that wing. And I'm just picking the shadow up on the very like tippity tip corner and sticking it right at the edge, trying to meet the wing without getting too far out. There we go. Okay, so now we're getting somewhere. Lastly, now I'm going to take this blue shade here on my pinky. I'm going to put this on the back half here, which really does look a little out of place because it's just like this random blue shade, but let's just try to make it work. I wish my fingers weren't so fat. I really struggle to put things where I want them to be with my big fingers. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to use that. I'm going to need a shader. Oh, I just dropped everything. Sorry. I'm going to need a lid shader. Hold on. Try to clean off my finger before I just get makeup absolutely everywhere. The E54, not the E55. This one's softer. And I'm also going to use this E54 and I'm going to spray it to try to help it like spread over my eyelid a little bit better. Just using my MAC Fix Plus. Yeah, and it also does lighten it up that way too. Whereas before it was like a super dark blue. This gives like a really beautiful bright blue effect. But it does look kind of like out of place because it's just this like weird pop of blue out of nowhere. So I'm going to have to try to play that off for the lower part of the eye and see if I can just make it look a little more cohesive. And with that, I do want to try to smoke out the outer edge a little more with this brown. Hold on, I need to blow this into something. No, I'm not. I don't want to get powder onto my dog's faces or on my carpet. I'm going to try to smoke out the outer edge with that brown a little bit and just deepen it up to kind of go into this blue a little bit better. I feel like I need to do some blending, like all over here. Okay, so the top part looks a lot better blended out like that. Just blend the crease. Okay, so now I've got just enough space left for this really pretty purple shimmer. Now I'm using the last shade that we have left. I need something. I'm going to try it on this Units brush instead because it didn't work on that flat brush. Oh yeah, this is the one. This is the brush that I needed for this shade. Look at that. Okay, so I'm going to just, and I didn't wet this shade at all. This is just completely dry. I probably should wet it. But it just doesn't like blend into other colors as well when you wet a shimmer, and I don't know. Sometimes I will wet my shimmers, but I just like them dry because they blend and like fade in really pretty like this. Okay. I feel like what we're needing now is I need to bring some of this blue to the lower lash line. So I'm going to take a little bit of this blue shade here. In a last ditch effort to save this look, I'm going to add a pop of blue here towards the front. This beautiful, beautiful purple and put that here in the inner corner. Okay. Well, guys, this is probably the worst look I've ever created in my life. Excuse me. That's how I feel about it. I feel like the blue in the front is what ruined it. Let me just try to blend it. Yeah, it's the pop of blue that is just throwing me off. I normally really, really love a blue, but just having it like random like this, I don't like it. Okay, I'm gonna try one more thing. I'm gonna put the blue in the outer edge too of the lower lash line and see if I can create like a kind of intentional vibe of like a upside down halo eye. I do feel like that helped it some. Yeah. Okay, so this look was a journey. Got a little bit of fallout. Not a ton, but a little bit. Okay. So here is the finished eyeshadow look all by itself. I'm going to add some finishing touches and see if I can save this look. I'll be right back to show you the completed look. Here is the completed look for this palette bingo using these shades to create a look. Let me show you what I used to complete the makeup look. Let me show you what I used to complete the eye look. I created a winged liner with my Melt Blue Gel Pot liner. Today's lip combo is this e.l.f. Burgundy lip liner with this shade of the Lime Crime liquid lip. I curled my lashes and topped it off with the Call Me Queen mascara from Essence. Popped on a little bit of this beautiful purple blush to tie in with the lavender inner eye. And my waterline, I went in with the About Face shadow stick in the bright white. And this is the final look. So I will admit, I like it a lot more now that I've got the full face done. Is this an everyday makeup look for me? I mean, honestly, I would wear this to the store. Sure, no worries. But, I mean, like, I would wear this wherever. I don't really care. I wouldn't wear this to work unless it was like a party type of an atmosphere that I worked at. But I do feel like this is a really fun, unique, different look. Maybe something fun for like a party or a festival or just for your everyday colorful vibes if you feel like it. Certainly not the shades that I would have automatically gravitated towards to combine together from this color story, but I do like the way that it turned out. I had a lot of fun trying to figure out what to do with this color story, and let me know if you think I did a good job. So yeah, let me know if you think I pulled it off. I feel like I did a good job considering what I had to work with. So yeah. Sorry. So that was so much fun. I am going to keep this makeup look on for the rest of the day. So I like that a lot. But anyway, let me give you a close-up of the eyes. I don't know if there's any sparkle for you to notice or whatever, but Here is what the eyes look like. Here is what the look is like. Here is what the look looks like from afar. And yeah, that's going to do it for today's video. I hope you're having a great day or night wherever you are in the world. Thank you so much for watching my video and supporting my channel the way that you do. I really appreciate you being here with me. I hope that you enjoyed me playing with my Too Faced Italian Spritz palette today. If you would like to see another look, a more intentionally created look, not a palette bingo, with this palette, be sure to comment down below and I will get that worked into the filming list for you. So yeah, comment down below. Let me know if you like to play palette bingos. This is my first time to do one all by myself, and I will say it really threw me out of my comfort zone. But I hope that it inspired you to get a little creative with your makeup today or some other time and just have fun and just have some fun and play. But yeah, that's going to do it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please be sure to click the like button. It really does help my small channel out so much. Please be sure to click the like button. It really does help my small channel out so much. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel. Click the notification bells to all so you don't miss any of my future uploads. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.